Hello, my name is Geeta Sani, and I am a licensed mental health counselor. I own a private practice called GS Mental Health and Wellness, and I have been talking about what is mindfulness, how can you do mindfulness, what are some of the ways that you can do mindfulness that's not just, sitting in one place. You can pretty much mindfully do anything, as I mentioned before. So today I have another question that I'll be answering, which came from you guys, which are what are the benefits of mindfulness, really, right? I wonder, what do you think might be the benefits of mindfulness? Please feel free to share. I am going to talk about some of the benefits of mindfulness, but there are so many. So let's start with, just recognizing that one of the benefits of mindfulness and watching our own self and our behaviors is that we start to see patterns, right? We start to see patterns in our behaviors. Suppose that we start to see something that constantly triggers us, right? If we are mindful of that, we can take a step back and we can learn to change that. But if we're not aware of it, if we're not mindful of it, right? Mindful and awareness are pretty much very similar, right? So if we're not aware of something, right, we can't change it. So for example, right, if we are not aware that we're doing a certain thing over and over, then we can't change it. So being aware and being mindful is really important, right? Like if you tell your friend, hey, you drink too much, right? They're like, no, I don't drink too much, I'm fine, right? But if they become aware that they drink too much, right? Only if the person, right? The person realizes that they drink too much, they have become aware of what their problem might be, right? And then they can do something to fix it, like maybe reduce their intake of alcohol, right? Or, someone who constantly overeats. If they're aware they overeats, maybe, I'm not guaranteeing anything here, but maybe they can try, right? At least they can try to do something to fix it. I would, of course, work with a therapist if you really want your journey to, it's really difficult to do something by yourself. And sometimes you need support. And sometimes that support can be a therapist. It doesn't necessarily have to be a therapist, but it's nice to have that support, right? Like, other people have other things to do, and it's a good support system to have, and it's also that a therapist keeps you accountable in that place as well, right? But also recognizing one's own behaviors. Like, suppose I was being mean to someone over and over by something they were doing or something, right? Being aware that that's happening with you, right, is important. And then asking questions about what's going on with you and why are you acting the way you're acting, right? Those are the next steps to after awareness. But always step one is always awareness, right? And so the benefit of it is that you are becoming aware of your own patterns. And it can be many, many different things. You might be procrastinating, you constantly procrastinating, you constantly avoiding. But if you are not aware, you can't fix any of those things or even try to fix it, right? So in that space, right, we constantly need to be aware of what we're doing. Because if we're not aware, we can't fix it, right? Suppose if you're running, right? And you're constantly ruminating while you're running and not actually being mindful of when you're running or what you're doing, you can fall, right? So being mindful has a lot of benefits. It reduces anxiety, reduces stress, you get a better sleep, you have lower blood pressure. Is you can actually focus more, because what is being mindful, right? Just being very present with yourself, right? Being aware of what's going on with you, and not kind of jumping on the bandwagon, right? Not running away with your thoughts, just allowing them to be, and just being more of an observer than anything else. As I have mentioned before, so those are some of the benefits of being mindful. Remember, it will take you in so many different places, right? Like, it can help in your relationships, right? If you're mindful of what you're saying. Remember, when you say something mean, it's hard to take back, right? It's hard to take back something mean you have said. So being aware that you're being mean, right? It's important, right? Because that's an action. Those are behaviors. So take time to be mindful. It will change your life.